Well, I'm down at Vanity Fair. It's one of the properties here on the prom that has definitely been impacted with the roadworks. Sharon's going to talk to us. How's it affected you?
It's my clients have had very great difficulty getting to me, especially the ones who want to pick up food. So they've had to park in the pavement. Some have walked as far as the Palace, or some have come from the terminus area. But most of them can still get to me, but they can't do it by vehicle.
So, just you, but everybody else around here is feeling quite, well, it's going on for a long time, isn't it? So
I'm told that there will be no parking until November,
right.
October, November.
What's the feeling like? Have you been informed? Have you feel that you're engaging with the department?
No, somebody came around just before Christmas and said work was going to start, and that was all we heard. And then it started, sort of, and we were presented with there is a plan. They kept saying, look at the plans on the site, the My Prom site. That, I think, is dated February the 5th. It wasn't until February the 5th when they actually said, these are the dates that things are going to be done by. So we then found out, I asked, would you please tell me when I can tell my clients that they can have parking back again? And they said October, November.
Did you know this before? Because I mean, all the plans were laid out, weren't they? So you must have had fair warning this was going to happen.
No, not to this extent. Everybody in their right mind thought they were going to go block by block. And so they would do one block, they would finish, they'd move on. And what they've done is just extended way down now to the Palace. And nothing was being done for weeks and weeks. We're now in almost the end of February. Mm-hmm. And they're just starting to pour the concrete. So
you haven't seen a lot of activity, you're saying, out there?
Nothing. There have been days when I've driven in and there's been nobody here.
Have you got hold of the minister to come down or to, express your concerns?
I've had a meeting with the liaison officer and the project manager. I'm thinking of calling my MHK and maybe the Chamber of Commerce. I have told them that I'm aware of instances where business insurance has been denied to some of the owners in this area. There was no reason given, and the suspicion is that they're afraid of a business interruption claim. I did tell them that if I were to experience any loss at all and have any difficulties with my renewal of my insurance in April, that I would have no hesitation in litigation.
Right.
So, and also, my concern right now is TT. As you know, this place is covered in bikes and people are walking around. It's a very festive atmosphere. The cars are running right close to the curb. I'm worried that somebody's going to get hit. I also have told them that they need intersection openings at every block.
Yeah, because at the minute you literally can't get through. Even
can't get through. If you have a dog in this area, you have to walk down
from some hill all the way to the Palace.
Yeah, either way. And the other issue is, of course, the danger of if I were to have an animal go out that door, they're going to be in great danger because there's fences they can't move. So it's unsafe. I think it's very unsafe the way they've got it set up.
People are going to say that in the day, this is going to be very beneficial at the end of the day. It will be a great upgrade, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lovely prom and plenty of parking when it's all done, right?
But why is it taking as long as it is? I mean, I don't understand the length of time. And they've said, well, it's not that simple. There's seaside and landside works to be done. For example, apparently they're putting in electrics in case someday they have electric trams. And they said that the scope wasn't adequately explained, I guess, to the public.
Clearly some people don't want to talk today because they have government involvement or whatever. I mean, is it hitting, you must be talking to these people, is it hitting people badly here now?
It's hitting the restaurants and the hotels badly as far as I know. And I can't speak, I don't think it's hitting some of the merchandise areas because they don't have drop-off and pick-up issues to deal with as we do. But my concern, of course, is that the pavement won't be accessible to anybody during the festive period. Season.
Have you been kept informed enough? Because this is, as you say, the My Prom site and that sort of thing.
Well, I go on occasionally make comments, and sometimes they respond. And they've said, we're available if you need us. But, I mean, that's only from 9 to 4 kind of thing. So
the suggestion, I mean, to make it done faster or something like that, would that mean, like 24 hours a day? Would you have been happy with that sort of?
Absolutely. I said, why can't you throw in everything at this, and I'm sure the residents and businesses would be happy to go 24/7 if we knew it would be done in a couple of weeks. The response was, We don't have that kind of manpower. We don't have 100 men, and I think that's absurd. Bring them in, or find them somewhere. There are roadworks going on all over the island. And you see, my issue is, and it affects me psychologically, I live in Friary Park. That was messed up. That's now being redone. So I have stoplights just to get out of where I live. I then go down Richmond Hill, which was messed up by the same company that messed up Friary Park, apparently. And then I come here. So every time I see a traffic cone, I just go mad.
Okay, just allegedly into that sentence. Aren't they going to put parking down there? Isn't that going to help you a bit?
Apparently they've applied for permission to get parking at Summerland, which to me is absolutely ludicrous.
£1 a day or something, wasn't it going to be?
£2 a day.
Oh, £2 a day.
And I said that's not even on the cut. I mean, that's not going to help these businesses. It's absurd. It might help the Poker Stars people in their parking if they have any issues. The other thing is they provided 7 spaces behind us here on Little Switzerland Road at the dance school, but not between the hours of 4 and 8 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which doesn't help the restaurants. And I said, that's absurd. I'm not going to ask my clients to walk up and down that hill in icy conditions as it was then, with dogs on leads. So that's a non-starter. So we don't know why we can't. They say it's too narrow to park across the street, but anyway, we couldn't get across the street because there's no entrance.
Will there be financial claims going in then? You kind of indicated that
if I suffer any loss, well, I'm going to have to taxi in during TT because obviously I can't park, and TT is important for me because I've got the merchandise and also the grooming. So I would be a tremendous loss for me if I were to close for the fortnight. So I'm going to taxi in from a friend's house. And every day, and I'm going to send the bill to government.
And what would you say to Mr. Harmer, the minister, who will be watching this? We're hopefully doing an interview with him as well. So,
well, I've asked for a business impact assessment. If I'm sure they would have done one in preparation for this project. So I'm waiting for a copy of the business impact assessment that was done, if there is one. I would say that this is one of the most ill thought out projects that I've ever encountered. I think it's. I don't know that people were properly consulted in the first place, and I certainly, much like Brexit in a way, things weren't adequately explained. The impact of this was not adequately explained to anybody. And it's only 2 months down the road when we see the effect that it's having that, we're getting timelines and that kind of thing. I mean, if somebody had said to me in December, this is going to go on for the next 11 months, there would have been an uproar, and it was only into late January, February that we actually found that out.
Because they have open parking on the prom up there, because that's no use to you either, is it? Yeah,
down near
on the promenade itself again, like for the Christmas shopping area.
That's not helpful to us. I think the furthest my people are walking is from the Palace Hotel or the whatever they're calling it now, Best Western, or the Terminus.
So you want more interaction, you want more updates, and obviously preferably you want speeding up then.
Well, I want it sped. I want it sped up. I want it done properly, sped up. The interaction to this point has not been productive as far as I'm concerned.
I'm guessing you're seeing a lot of action out there. There'll be lots of work is going on, right?
No. Well, I'm surprised today because there's as many as 12. But I did come in 2 weeks ago, and there was one worker on the prom that I saw, and he was reclining, sort of lying down with his head against the excavated part on the telephone. And I wish I'd taken a photograph because I was very angry. It's very irritating to come in at 10 o'clock and see nobody working and everything all dug up and fenced off. So it's stressful, very stressful.